True hospital horror stories from the USA are rarely told openly. Hospitals are places of healing. That's what people believe. But some hospitals never forget the people who died inside them. This happened in an old county hospital in Michigan, one that still operates today. Nurses avoided talking about certain rooms, especially the ones at the end of the West Wing. Room 317 was always empty. Not because it was broken, because patients never stayed long. Sarah was a night nurse, new to the hospital, working the 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift. On her third week, the charge nurse assigned her to check room 317. Sarah hesitated. The hallway outside that room felt colder than the rest of the floor. The lights flickered slightly, and the sound of the hospital faded, as if the walls absorbed noise. When Sarah opened the door, the room was empty. No patient. No equipment running, but the bedsheets were wrinkled, like someone had just gotten up. At 2:16 a.m., the call light from room 317 turned on. Sarah assumed someone had been admitted without her knowing. She walked back down the hall. The room was still empty. The call light shut off by itself. That night, Sarah began hearing footsteps behind her while charting. Slow steps, bare feet. Every time she turned around, the hallway was empty. At exactly 2:16 a.m., a voice whispered from behind her. "Can you help me?" She spun around. No one dare. The next morning, Sarah asked another nurse about room 317. The nurse went quiet and told her not to worry about it. "You'll get used to it," she said. Sarah didn't. The next night, she saw a young woman sitting on the edge of the bed in room 317 hospital gown. Long dark hair covering her face, 4 lines hanging from her arms, not connected to anything. Sarah asked if she was okay. The woman slowly looked up. Her eyes were completely black. She smiled and said, "They forgot me." Sarah ran. Security footage later showed Sarah entering room 317 alone. No patient was ever recorded entering or leaving. When Sarah refused to work nights anymore, a senior doctor finally told her the truth. Years earlier, a woman died in that room during a delayed emergency. She pressed the call button repeatedly while bleeding internally. No one came in time. She died alone. Since then, nurses reported call lights activating on their own, patients refusing to sleep near that room, voices asking for help when no one was there. But the worst story came from a janitor. One night, he entered room 317 to clean. He found wet footprints on the floor, bare feet, leading from the bed to the wall and disappearing into it. Sarah quit the hospital soon after, but she still wakes up some nights at exactly 2:16 a.m. She hears the beep of a call light and a familiar whisper. "Can you help me now?" Because true hospital horror stories from the USA aren't about ghosts screaming or doors slamming. They're about patients who waited and were never answered. And in hospitals, they never stop calling.